So today we have come to the Tulip Time Festival in Holland, Michigan for Mother's Day, and we're just checking out all the beautiful flowers. They are really pretty and all in bloom, as you can see. I'll insert some more footage, but yeah, it's absolutely beautiful here. We woke up super early to take a day trip to Holland, Michigan to the Tulip Time Festival. I believe this park opened at 9 a.m., but we arrived at 10 a.m. and there were still a good amount of free parking spots for this park, which was really awesome. So this park, the first one that we went to was the Windmill Island Gardens. I believe this is one of the main places that people would go to for this festival. It does have an actual windmill that you can go inside and kind of have a really pretty view of everything.
This corner.
Once you get past the initial entrance area, you cross a bridge over to the area where there are the tulip fields, and also the windmill is over here. So that's where we went first because there was no line since we got there really early, and previous trips here we haven't been able to do that because it was so busy. So we took advantage of the low crowds and decided to hit up the windmill first. Once you enter the windmill, you go up the stairs, and there's a couple of things in there that weren't that interesting. And then you get to kind of the balcony area, and here's kind of the view that we got to see of the tulip fields. And because the windmill is technically a building, we did keep our masks on while we were in this section of the park. And below the windmill was the first tulip field that they had, and they just had rows of different colored tulips, so each row had its own color. It was really beautiful. They had rows of pink, red, yellow, purples, and different types of tulips as well. Time for a little selfie break and playing around with some funny photos. Then we head over to another tulip field spot and just kind of hang out over here, take some video, some pictures, just enjoy the beautiful flowers. These ones look a little bit rougher than the other ones, but they're still pretty. Couple quick pics. It really is a beautiful spot just to get some family photos, graduation pictures, or any kind of special occasion pictures. This is really just absolutely beautiful.
I need a picture of this so I can draw this later.
More pictures, just trying out different angles, different poses, having fun with things like that, working on my photography skills and things. So it was just kind of fun, and having silly moments. I don't know if you can tell from all of this footage, but the tulips were so tall that like if you sat down, you would like be just as tall as the tulips themselves. After exploring the tulip fields, we go over yet another couple of bridges actually to the other side of the festival area, walking back towards the front. And they have kind of like this Dutch little village kind of thing going on over here. And so here are some of the buildings, and we ended up going into one of the buildings and they had this really cool setup.
It's like an intense dollhouse. It's like my dream dollhouse when I was a kid. All that got knocked
They all
down.
had fireplaces in every room. What is this supposed to be of? These are replicas of the Holland houses. See all the fireplaces? Every room has a fireplace. There's occasionally others. It's not even illegal.
So back outside, right next to the Dutch houses, was like a little mini windmill, and so we decided to take some pictures. So here's some footage of, you know, how we take pictures by ourselves and us acting silly and whatnot. So yeah, just had to add this little clip in here. And yes, we used our bags to prop a camera on top of to get these pictures. Next to that, they had this little garden setup area where you can take more pictures. This place had a lot of like picturesque setups for that kind of a thing. But here we are just going kind of back to the front entrance of the Windmill Gardens, because when we first came, we didn't really go this way. We went to the left instead. So just kind of showing you what it actually looks like when you first walk into the area. It's really cute. Have a little setup. I believe you can actually buy tulips or the bulbs or the seeds from here as well. After leaving the Windmill Island Gardens, we head to another park, the Window on the Waterfront, where they also have a bunch of tulips planted around and little spots that you can take pictures from. So here's us exploring this other tulip garden area.
Right?
In this park, there was this hill where they had a bunch of tulips surrounding a statue with some rocks and stuff, and it was really pretty. We took some pictures over here. So here is just a few clips of this area of this park. And then next to that are more rows and kind of pathways of the tulips, kind of how they were at the Windmill Gardens area. So here is just some close-ups of the beautiful different tulips that they had growing in this section. So we just got out of Windmill Garden, and now we are at another area with a bunch of tulips. This one is Window on the Waterfront, and yeah, there's a lot of tulips here as well. Really pretty. So if the other one gets crowded, this is somewhere that you can go. So we're just kind of exploring all the different places with all the tulips around here. Yeah, it's really pretty. And then this was one of the picture spots that they had set up, kind of hence the name of what they called it. And so this was really cute, but it wasn't the best picture op. I think if there were less people in the background, it probably would have been a better photo spot. As we were walking out to our next location, I did want to point out that they have these little Dutch people that you can take pictures with, and then our next stop is to get some lunch. We stopped in at this Irish pub downtown Holland, and here I'm just showing you the menu options that they have to choose from here. My mom got one of their salads, and my sister and I got their shepherd's pie option, which looks so good. As you can see, it comes with some vegetables and 2 slices of bread. And then there's kind of what's inside of it that you can tell. And it smells absolutely amazing as well. First taste was hot but really yummy. So besides the delicious food that we had here, it was just nice to hang out together, the 3 of us, and chat and have a good time. So here I'm just kind of showing that without actually showing what we're saying. But yeah, it was a really good restaurant and I recommend it. The food was so good that we even finished our plates. The only reason why I didn't finish the vegetables is because they got a little cold, but I basically had to roll out of there. I was so full. With our bellies full, we decided to continue to walk downtown and just kind of check out and see what they had going on in this area as we go for a little walk. You see the fountain, a little courtyard area. Everything is still beautifully decorated with the tulips. But we are on our way to a coffee shop that somebody had recommended to us. And they have this really beautiful like mural on, I think, all sides of the building, or just 2 sides of the building, which is what we were really interested in. But we also wanted to check out the inside because it was really cutely decorated. I believe this had like croissant waffles is one of the things that they were well known for, which we would have loved to got and taste, but we were so full, like we just had no room. But I would definitely come back and check out this place next time that we're in that area. Before heading to our next stop, we take a few pics by the mural.
So now we just got done eating our delicious food, tummies are full, and now we're just kind of walking around downtown Holland, checking it out, seeing if we can find another park or something to hang out at and check out. So yeah, just kind of spending the day here and seeing what all there is to do. Found another little park area with more tulips.
This is the park area where in previous years they would have like a market where they are selling a bunch of different things, but this year it was all virtually online. There were these flowers growing in this little rock structure, which I thought was pretty cool and unique, so I had to share that with you.
We finally found some shoes. It's the only shoes we have found.
It might be.
Well, they're painted tulips, so it's gotta be.
Yeah.
This is pretty on this wall. That's gorgeous.
After exploring a little more of downtown Holland, we decide to head back to our vehicle.
All right, so we are done with our Holland walk around and Tulip Festival adventures. So we are going to be heading back now.
This was supposed to be the end of our trip, but we decided on our way back home to take a little detour because we wanted to get dessert. So we decided to stop in Howell, Michigan at M Street Baking Company, and they have these really amazing milkshakes that they make that we saw on Instagram, and they also have tons of other really delicious desserts here as well, kind of showing you what else they had. Here's an up close of the milkshake that we decided to get. This one was called Millionaire, which was caramel flavor topped with big twist pretzels, bark, more caramel, chocolate drizzle, and a mini cupcake. Here I'm just kind of showing the back alley. Exit area was really cute and decorated, but there was really no place to sit, so we couldn't eat it here, so we had to go find seating elsewhere. And that wraps up our Mother's Day trip to Holland, Michigan for the Tulip Time Festival.